All right, I'm gonna give y'all some time to get your notification. Is this for that? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's hot. I'm gonna put a little oil in there. A little oil and a little bit of my spaghetti and pasta seasoning. All right, you all, I know it's kind of late for some people, but we are on summer time. So we don't go to bed early over here. So in this pot is my spaghetti noodles. I put a little bit of my spaghetti and pasta seasoning in here. Tyler has never had my no sauce spaghetti. So I'm gonna show you how I make it again. And what I like to do is I make my noodles and I toss some of my seasoning with the noodles, okay? That gives it time to soak in some of that flavor, okay? So let me show you that. So y'all see. Oh yes, and if you tried it, like I said, my seasonings are not salty. They do have sodium though, so that's the thing. So I'm gonna get everything squared away where you know exactly how much sodium, but they're not salty. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of late night cooking for the summer, Miss Rochelle. So I hope you all will be able to join me. All right, so we got our noodles already cooked, and I added in some of my spaghetti and pasta seasoning. So if you have that, this is what it is. This is the only seasoning you need. Now you're gonna see me add a little bit of my all-purpose to this dish, but you don't need the all-purpose. If you made it without the all-purpose, then you already know. So I have this pan on a medium-high heat. Let me go ahead and crack open this ground beef so we can get some of that going. And let me see. Your name doesn't even look familiar, Miss Anicia. So let's turn it down just a little bit. Your name does not even stand out to me at all. So I'm going to, it can be one that I've already had printed out. But what I will say to you is it's not abnormal. If you placed an order, you paid for it, it came out of your account. Because some people, they money didn't come out their account. So, if it came out of your account, then your order will be processed. I have just been asking for people to just give me a little bit of patience because it's just me. Like I don't know how else to explain that. It's only me. I don't have any help or anybody doing stuff for me. I'm not a company yet. You know, put a little bit more in there, y'all. And this is just some ground beef. I'm going to show you how easy this recipe is. Because if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. So all you need is my spaghetti and pasta seasoning. Okay. Get you some ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, ground pork, whatever you want to use for your meat. Or you don't have to use a meat at all. So don't feel like you have to use a meat. We like meat at my house. Not too much of it, but we do eat it. Okay. So we're going to let that start cooking. And then once you have your meat in the pan, we're going to add some more of our spaghetti and pasta seasoning. Now, once you tried it, you already know. Because it's not salty, you can add it at your leisure. You can add as a lot or as little as you want. Y'all see all that? Like literally. And because of the ingredients of my seasoning, when I add in that, well, y'all, let's see. When we add in our tomatoes, that's why it kind of makes it kind of saucy versus it's not liquidy. It's because of the ingredients of my seasoning. So you just want to cook your meat in with that spaghetti and pasta seasoning. Go to selectblends.com to grab you some. It's always selectblends.com. Let's see, .com. Okay. You want to grab you some? Oh, Olive, what's wrong? Why are you saying sorry, dear? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put y'all in the, I'm trying to pin that comment. I can't wait either, Letitia. I seen your order. Hey, Karen. Thank you, Darla. Thank you, Miss Davis. I appreciate that very, very much. Let me go back up. Diana, I just pinned it at the bottom. It's selectblends.com. Okay, then Anisha, you're good. So if it was on May 20th, baby, you not, I haven't processed yours yet. That's why. So that makes me feel better. So the good news is all orders have been going out and being processed. I had a little issue. The only issue I had with my system is it was sending out double orders. So some people was getting double orders instead of just getting one order, which, like I said, I'll take that loss. I'd rather you get your order than not get it at all. Other than that, everybody has been receiving their orders. It just can't come as quick as you like. I understand. Trust me. But listen to this. Once it gets into production and I can order 1,000 this and 2,000 that at a time, all I gotta do is order the seasonings to come to my house and I can ship them to y'all, or I can have them come to me and ship them to Amazon, and then we don't have to worry about this. So it's the beginning. So the good news is you're a part of this process of it being, you know, the beginning stages, and you'll be able to say, I remember when this company started. I remember when these seasonings started. So everything will balance out and even out. It's gonna take a little time. So with this seasoning, it kind of, you know, it kind of has like because it has that chili as a base, that chili powder, it kind of, you know, seems like a taco seasoning, which I use mine for taco as well. Because I don't just use this for spaghetti and pasta. I use mine for taco. You can use it for lasagna. And once you taste it, you can use it for whatever you want to. You can use it for chili. So this seasoning is not limited to pasta and spaghetti. You just have to taste it. Okay, because a lot of those seasonings have a lot of similar things going on, like the cumin and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So, hey Tracy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and thank you so much, Miss Anicia. I know you do, dear. Thank you. I appreciate you supporting me. Hey Julia. Okay, I'm gonna pour some of this oil out. Now listen, I'm not gonna pour all the oil out because that is one of the things for me that makes my recipe just pop. I like a little oil in my spaghetti. So I'm going to pour some of this out. Then we're going to add in those onions and peppers. I was actually supposed to add those in already, but child, I was talking. But it's okay. It's live stream. So when you're live, y'all know things ain't going to always go the way you plan. Or you're going to forget some stuff, or stuff happens. My kids be doing stuff. I went live was it last night, y'all? And Bella had, Aaliyah had got hurt. I mean, what's that girl name? Child, I got too many kids. I got 5 kids. What's that girl name? Alana. Ooh, child. Don't have so many kids. But Alana literally hurt herself right when I went live. I don't know if it was last night or the night before. So that's the thing with live stream. You just never know what may happen. Or what may be said. Which I don't care, because I mean, when you know the life you live, ain't nobody gonna bust up in here and say, hey, I got your crack order. You know, it ain't gonna be nothing like that. So I mean, the most you can hear, or it ain't gonna be nothing, you know, it ain't gonna be nothing bad is what I'm trying to say. Arnisa, let me see what kind of ground beef. I got another one in here. I can tell you. Because Aaliyah wanted some ground beef for her, what you call it, for her, she makes that, what is that stuff, y'all? Rotel dip. So this is what I purchased. And this was a grocery order. I think I was on live with some of y'all, and I told y'all I had to order some groceries. So this is what I got. Now, my favorite ground beef comes from the, like Piggly Wiggly. I like theirs better. But the truth is, they just ground it down better. I don't know. So it's all the same. It's just, they grind it down a lot better, so it makes it it makes it when you cook it, it's more fine. Like this is more like chunky. Does that make sense? This is like more chunky, so. But y'all can kind of see how those seasonings, honey, is cooking on that meat. So this would be good for like chili. It'd be good for like tacos and things like that. Yeah, honey, we got a Piggly Wiggly. I'm in Dothan, Alabama, so we definitely have a Piggly Wiggly down here. There used to be Piggly Wigglies in like Quincy, Florida. I know all about these little small towns. Chipley. I don't know if Chipley got one, but I'm just saying, y'all know Quincy is small. If you know about Quincy, you know about Quincy. It's tiny, honey. But the funny thing is, I grew up in a big city, but I could live in a small town. It's weird. Like, I could live in a small town. I don't need nothing. I don't need no clubs, no nothing. I just need a grocery store, a church, a place to go fishing. That's it. Like, literally. A church, grocery stores, of course, a Walmart, and places to go fishing. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. I don't need no big old city life. So y'all can see this ground beef looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to give it a few more stirs. Now, normally I would have put those onions and peppers in with the ground beef so it would have been soft by now. So just keep in mind that that's just something you can do. So you're just not still cooking it like that. But I'm going to show you how simple this is for this no sauce spaghetti. So we season the meat with my spaghetti and pasta seasoning. That's all you need. This seasoning has so many combination of flavors. It just wraps it all up for you, okay? And then I did the pasta. I tossed it. Well, I cooked it in a little salt water. I added a little olive oil, and then I added my pasta and spaghetti seasoning, or spaghetti and pasta seasoning, just so you know. Yvonne said, you thought this was fried rice with ground beef? Girl. Hey, Gabriel and Tawanda. Let's see. Carla laughing. Yep, and that's all I need. I am near airport, though, Miss Marsha. I'm near airport. Anisha, it smells good, girl. Let us say I need a mall and a man. Well, we got a mall. And, men are everywhere. Just like women are everywhere, child. Men are too, child. So one thing about it, we ain't got no shortage. People say it's a shortage, but it's only a shortage of men if you in a certain category. So, and I'm not trying to be funny, but when you are a woman who is well sought out and attractive, ain't no shortage of men at all. It's only a shortage if you probably, may not have those types of options. So I've never had a shortage of men or even noticed it, but and again, I say that with all respect because I'm not trying to be funny, but it's the truth, And then with the, I don't think there has ever been a shortage of women at all. So when you look good, child, you ain't got no shortage. They be beating your dough down. You gotta fight them jokers off. So just like men, women have to have discipline too. So when you with somebody, you gotta be able to not answer those text messages, and you out at the store. I know they fine. You gotta be like, no, I'm with somebody. You just gotta choose what you want. Like if you want a healthy relationship, you gotta always choose that person, because it's gonna be the same thing with the next person. Think about it. We all love that beginning phase where it's all new and fresh, but you just gonna keep doing that over and over again if that's what you want to experience all the time. The blessing is being with one person. That's where your character step in. Let me open this one down. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all what the next step is. So normally we cook those onions and peppers with the ground beef. Now they're nice and soft enough. And all you need to do is I'm going to add 2 cans. But get you a can of diced tomatoes or stewed tomato. I like to do the diced tomato because the diced tomatoes are, and these are petite dice, because they're already chopped up. If I do the stewed tomato, I either have to cut them up, or if I put them in there big, y'all know they're going to be big. So I just stir in a can of diced tomatoes, okay? You could do rotel, you could do what you want, but if you do just a diced tomato, don't drain them. Don't drain them. Pour them in with the juice. And just trust me, okay? And we're going to have to add in a little bit more of my seasoning. And you really don't have to. You could taste it. I mean, the flavor is there. I kind of just keep adding it because I know what it tastes like. I know the flavor that it brings. I know, you know, it's not too much and things like that. But once you taste it, then you'll get what I'm saying. So it's not like adding salt to your food. You're actually adding a flavor that is really good and very low on salt. So, but y'all can see that the petite dice works really good. Let me throw this away. And your kids will love this. My kids have fallen in love with this recipe to the point, like I said, they asked me to make it. They asked me to make the recipe. I'm not a big spaghetti person, but I'll eat it. But Greg, the way they were asking for this recipe, you know, it became excessive. So once they first tasted it. So we're going to add a little bit more of our spaghetti and pasta seasoning. You can get this on my website at selectblends.com, just like it's spelled. Selectblends.com, and it's pinned at the bottom. So we're going to add a little bit more of that in there. We added a little bit of that seasoning in our pasta, and when we combine it, you'll see. I'm going to put y'all in that pot. Once you add your tomatoes in, your thing is done. Give it just like a minute or two. You're ready to combine your spaghetti with your meat. So I call it no sauce spaghetti, even though you see it's sauce. So I like to have a little bit of that oil in there because that oil adds flavor. That oil from your beef is good. It's fat. It's tasty. It's like bacon fat. Like, it's good. So, you know, you don't want to get rid of it all the way unless you're just a health guru person. I'm not. Okay, so I'm healthy, but I ain't that healthy. So you leave a little bit of that fat in there from your meat. Make sure you season it well with my spaghetti and pasta seasoning. You add in your onions and peppers if you want to do that. I suggest adding it in with your meat. And then once you're done, you drain off most of that grease. Leave a little bit in there. And then add in your undrained diced tomatoes. I did petite diced. But you could use any kind of canned tomatoes. I would just recommend you cutting them up if they're like stewed. Because I love stewed tomato. That's my favorite. Stewed tomato. I love stewed tomato. And my now this particular seasoning, you will have to add salt. Because you're not going, unless you are like me, I don't need a lot of salt. So if you need salt like that, you're going to have to add salt. But you will taste it. Just taste the flavor. And now, last but not least, we're going to combine this in this pot over here. I'm going to bring y'all over here. And I'm going to show you how simple this combination is so that you can make it too. Like, it's really just this easy. So this is our noodles. And these are thin. But I like regular and thin. Thin is my favorite. I toss my noodles with my spaghetti and pasta seasoning. Once I drained it, I added a little bit of olive oil so you can see. That's what that olive oil will do to help it to keep from, you know, sticking together. Because it's been sitting there for a minute, right? So now we're good with that. We're going to add in our sauce. And then we're going to combine it, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So hopefully this gets in here without making a mess on live. Great job. Because sometimes that doesn't go so well. Okay. So now, let me get this here. Let's see. Hey, Mary. Hey, Pamela. Thank you, dear. But those who have tried this, y'all already know what it is. Like, a lot of people really, you know, I didn't even know. Because I'm going to tell you, when I first did the no sauce spaghetti, it wasn't even about that. It's just that I know for myself, I don't really care for a sauce, like a red based sauce in my spaghetti. Like I just don't like the, the red base, the tomato base. Like I know we have the tomato sauce from the, juice from the tomatoes, but I've always kind of been like that. I never really cared for that thick red sauce. And for some people, it gives them heartburn and all kind of stuff. Like there are issues that people have from that stuff, but you ain't got to have it. So once I discovered that I can make my spaghetti to taste better without that, child, listen. So that's really where that came from. It wasn't nothing to try to do nothing different. I really just did not want the sauce. So I'm not a big tomato sauce person. I'm not. Now, one thing I'll probably do, I may add a little bit of tomato paste, maybe. But you don't need it. Like, this is so good just like this. It's not dry. It's not dry. Okay? You see it. It's flavorful. I mean, you're looking at it. We just did it. So it's just the right amount of everything to me. So if you got to have your tomato sauce, just add a little bit. That way you don't have all that extra. So I'm going to give y'all a close-up and I'm going to be out your hair. Thank you, Latoria. So you see it. Like, it's not dry. See, even Trevon said the red sauce triggers my heartburn. And that's probably some of the reasons why I be feeling the way I be feeling when I eat it. Because I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's just too much. I think that's what it is. Hey, Johnny. I think maybe it just be too much of whatever it is. So just give mine a try. And here's the thing. Here's the good news. Even if you try the no sauce, right? You can always add sauce if you don't like it. Now, nobody has told me they didn't like it. But if you just do it this way, you can always add sauce if you just got to have it. That's the good news. So it's not like you're messing up your spaghetti. But with my recipe, y'all, it is so good. With my my seasoning, I promise you, it complements it. It really, really does. So give it a try. Tyler's ready to eat. Come, Tyler, come see this, because can you get a fork and taste this real quick?
All right.
Because Tyler actually wanted sauce. So I said, well, Tyler, let me make you my no sauce spaghetti and see how you like it. Now, it's not loaded with salt, so go ahead and taste some.
I'm just going to grab just a little bit here.
Say hi to the people.
It's good.
Okay, now. Tyler, tell him about it. I told you, now this is his first time tasting it, y'all. So I'm trying to tell you something. You got to try it, okay? Just try it and see if you like it. And like I said, you can always add in sauce if you just got to have it. But if you try it this way, I think that this is just an answer. You know, God always gives us answers of how to do things. And I think this is going to help for those who can't have that red sauce. Because I sure like it better this way. Okay. Oh, I love mushrooms, Catherine. If it was for me, I would have added mushrooms. I'm going to tell you that right now. So go back and watch the replay if you missed it. If you tried it, you already know. That's a good point, Jacqueline. She said it's the acid in the sauce. See, I don't know about that. I just know, you know how you feel a certain way when you eat certain things. But sometimes if you eliminate certain ingredients, you can really enjoy the meal. Okay? Tyrena says she'll try without the tomatoes. Okay, dear. So give it a try. Thank you all for hopping on. Get your seasonings at selectblends.com. You can grab the spoon, baby, and get your... Tyler finna make his plate, child. Diane, if you watch the replay, it's... Thank you, Johnny. It's the... It is a combination. We used a little bit of that oil from our beef. And then we also added in undrained petite diced tomatoes. Okay? Look at this plate. He's still going. Look at this. We add in undrained petite diced tomatoes. So give it a try. Thank you all for hopping on. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got to come live to talk about our 30 days of prayer. Make sure you're in the weight loss group. Weight loss, 2 words, and simple. Lifestyle, 1 word, changes. And my name is at the end. Okay? All right, guys. Have a great night.